Namaste to all of you. Let me first welcome all of you to class 4. This is our first class. We are going to start with the chapter number 1, computer memory and storage devices. In this chapter, we are going to learn computer memory definition, types of memory, primary memory, that is read-only memory and random access memory, and secondary memory, that is hard disk, compact disk, DVD, Blu-ray disc, and USB drive. Do you know what is memory? According to Wikipedia, memory is defined as a faculty of the brain by which data or information is encoded, stored, and retrieved when needed. It is the retention of information over time for the purpose of influencing future action. I'm sure you have understood what is memory. In simple terms, we can say memory is the capability of the brain by which our brain can retain data or store data so that we can retrieve it when needed. It means memory stores data or information to be used as and when needed. Do you know we have short-term memory and long-term memory? Now, what is short-term memory? Short-term memory is that memory which we tend to forget in short duration. For example, if I ask you what we have done yesterday at this moment, I'm sure many of you may not be able to tell me correctly because you have not taken interest on that, so you tend to forget it. But if I ask you what you have done just few minutes back, say 5 minutes back, you may be able to tell me. That is the short-term memory. And long-term memory? Long-term memory is that memory which you never forget. The short-term memory is slowly and slowly when you are saying the thing, doing the things or saying it again and again, that short-term memory get transferred into long-term memory. For example, do you forget the pronunciation of alphabets? Yeah, but in your nursery classes, you may have forget at within a day or two, but repeatedly you are doing it again and again, so it becomes a long-term memory. Similarly, you are not going to forget your name, your date of birth. So all those are long-term memory. We'll discuss this about later on. Now, as we need memory to do each and every work, similarly, computer also needs memory to perform its task. Why computer needs memory? We know computer works by following the input process output cycle. During the IPO cycle, computer needs memory for the following two purposes. First, it needs type of memory which is stored data and instruction given to processing device, that is CPU. Once these data and instructions are processed, they will be removed from the memory and a new set of data and instruction will be copied. So it stores data and instruction temporarily. That is, it acts like a short-term memory that we have. Once it is deleted, we will not get the data or the instructions back again until we use or load the particular program again, but we have to enter a new set of data instruction. The second type of memory it needs is to store result or output, that is data information or input data or instruction for future use, that is to save permanently. This memory is same as our long-term memory. Types of memory. Based on above discussion, we can say computer need two types of memory. First, memory which stores data and instruction to be used by CPU. This memory is known as primary memory. And second, memory which stores result, data and instruction permanently for future use. This memory is known as secondary memory. Primary memory. Primary memory is also called internal memory. Primary memory contains the computer programs and instructions that can be directly read by the CPU. It also stores data on which work is being done at a given time. Primary memory are of two types. First, read-only memory, that is ROM, and random access memory, that is RAM. In this figure, you are seeing the CPU box which is having the motherboard. The motherboard is a printed circuit board. It allocates power and allows communication to and between the CPU, RAM, ROM, and all other computer hardware components. Here you can see the CPU, the RAM, and the ROM where it fits. Read-only memory. ROM. The ROM is located on the motherboard of the computer as you have seen in the above slide. It contains some instructions and programs that are essential for a computer to operate. These instructions are put into the ROM at the time of manufacture. These are of a permanent nature and cannot ordinarily be changed by us. The content of ROM does not get lost when the computer is turned off. This is why ROM is also known as permanent memory or non-volatile memory. Random access memory, that is RAM. RAM is the working memory of a computer system. When we work on a computer, the software we use are loaded temporarily onto the RAM from a permanent storage device, such as the hard disk. The data we feed while working is also temporarily stored in the RAM. For example, you want to open MS Paint. So once you open MS Paint, the MS Paint software will be loaded from hard disk to RAM. Now it starts drawing. And by mistake you close the application. Whatever you are drawing will be removed from the RAM. You will not get it back. That is why RAM stores data temporarily. Let us take another example. In a classroom, the blackboard is acting like a RAM because once the class is over, the teacher rubs the blackboard and the content is lost. The other teacher will come and he or she is going to use the blackboard, and once they will leave, they will rub the board. So the blackboard in a classroom is acting like a RAM. We have seen where the RAM is attached on the motherboard. When you turn off the computer, the RAM loses all the software and data. So before switching off the computer, the data has to be saved onto a permanent storage device. This is why RAM is also called temporary memory or volatile memory. Each time we switch on the computer, the saved data and the software are loaded onto the RAM. Since RAM is place where all the work is done, data can be read and written in RAM. So RAM is also known as read-write memory. So students, this is end of our class for today. In next class, we'll go through secondary memory. Till then, be healthy. Bye. Thanks for your patience hearing.